If you are having spiritual experiences that feel a little bit intense, I can relate. And I would love to help you learn how to manage, steward, and navigate those really well. As someone who's had a whole lot of wild experiences in my entire lifetime, most of which are not understood by, I'd say, about 90% of people, which is being generous. I would say that you really have to learn how to take care of yourself well. And among other things, while there's a time for wild excitement and maybe even feeling a little bit shaken by a spiritual experience, 90% of people will look at you like you're absolutely insane if you can't string together two thoughts well. And that's why your mental and emotional health are massive keys for expanding spiritual capacity. Gone are the days where we can, just be spiritual woo-woo people that live on mountains and are weird. And nor should we be. And while people may not understand you, that does not exclude you from going on the human journey of learning to become whole and learning how to find yourself held, not just through your own strength, but held in the loving hands of Jesus, who wants to restore every part of your life, including your mental, spiritual, and physical health. And these are some emotional pointers that I've picked up along the way. The first one is that clarity of the mind and body start with healthy connection to others. In addition to whatever spiritual capacity you do or don't have, I would also say that poor mental and emotional health can create quite a filter where you could also misinterpret whatever information you are getting. And on top of that, not everything that speaks to you is God. You could think that something that has nothing to do with God is absolutely God if you've been isolated within an inch of your life. And one of the things I've had to learn as someone who could revelate in their closet for days is that you simply cannot be alone for too long. But on the flip side of isolation, if you've been around tons of people that either A, don't see with the eyes of their heart, or B, don't have pure discernment, or C, have unchecked motives, you can also start to believe a whole lot of lies. One thing I've had to learn as somebody who really loves people is that not everybody really loves people. There are bad apples, and then there are hurt people. Your discernment, however, is there to keep you where you need to be, and not everyone is in alignment. It doesn't mean everyone is bad, just means not everyone is for you or for your relationship with God. And for me, those who are trustworthy and who have been with me for the long run, those are the ones that get the first voice to speak into my mind and heart. And having those key people who know me and who understand where I'm coming from has been absolutely the key. And aside from learning about what is and is not a good relationship, good mental and emotional health also means that you are responsible for tending what bleeds inside of you. And I think people that are extremely spiritual should get their rears into counseling and possibly some coaching sessions ASAP. I've seen way too many people dead on the side of the road because they fell into an internal hole. And it's quite the cliche to say that you can bleed out all over other people emotionally, but that's the truth. A bomb covered in shrapnel blows out shrapnel, but a bomb covered in light blows out light. And we want you to be who you are. I want you to be who you are. Exploding love and not hate. And taking care of that internal state is absolutely essential. And here's another thing that most spiritually minded people won't tell you. If your body is unhealthy, it will cloud literally everything else. If you haven't moved your body, eaten decently, gotten some sunlight, and spent time around other people, you're going to be weird. I don't want you to be weird. I want you to soar and be healthy. But if you haven't eaten, slept, moved, had water, you might be a little weird. And I don't want you to be weird. So please, take a nap, have a snack, drink some water. It will help. But yet, even after all of that, all the health and coaching and mental health and community doesn't cut it when you're in a bad swirl. And this is my top tip. If you are in a place where you are in a bad kind of spiritual swirl, read the written word until you climb out. One of the most terrible spiritual swirls of my life came in a country with some unfriendly spirits who did not like me very much. And I had a very rough couple of weeks. And I read the book of Proverbs until I could figure out how to hear the voice that I know again. And sometimes all you need is a tone recalibration, and reading the written word will help you climb out. But in short, I would say cling to the voice you know before you listen to any of the others. And if you're not clear, get quiet. God gives clarity. Hey there, I'm Mary. I write and teach on the spiritual realm and on getting healthy. If that's something you feel like you might need, I have some online courses that dive a little bit more in depth to this topic. And I also have a free Substack with tons and tons of articles. Those are below. But otherwise, if you enjoyed this, subscribe and keep listening. I've got even more for you.